What's going on, everybody? It's Jake. We're back in for another YouTube video. Before we get started here, I just want to say thanks for everybody for voting on my Instagram story. Earlier I put up a story that asked what you guys would want to see first, either the new exhaust setup or the front bumper install. So most people voted for the front bumper, so that's what we're gonna do first. I'm definitely gonna do both videos though, so don't be worried. Yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at this thing. So just got it back from paint yesterday. Looks wicked. Really happy with how it looks. I went ahead and put the fog covers on. He had painted them at an earlier date, but yeah, looks crazy. So just for the people that are new to the channel, we're gonna go over what was done. So I'll put a picture up on the screen. This was originally two separate pieces. So this bottom piece was its own fiberglass front lip, which does not technically work with this STI front bumper, but I wanted to help the ground effects and I wanted to do something special on the front end. So that's what we did, and we got it molded together. So as you can see, there's a little ripple here. That is where the original lip kind of wrapped around the edge. And I actually like how that looks. It almost adds another body line to the car. So back here looks really nice and finished. The one other thing that he also did was, originally from Japan, they have a tag bracket here that's kind of cut out and back. He filled that area in. He put a piece of plastic behind there and then bondoed it in. So that looks really good, nice and sleek. We can come around and look at this side, and it also has that dimple there. One thing I wanted to try to make sure is that we wanted everything to be somewhat symmetrical, so that way you look at it and you can't really tell there's been a lip molded on here, and he did a pretty good job with that. I mean, nothing is perfect, but I'm very happy with how it came out. So now that we took a look at it, let's go inside and we're gonna get it on the car here today, so stay tuned. All right, so we're inside now, and you can see where the lip is as to where the front bumper used to end and how much lower it makes it. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because the spats right in front of the driver's door, and also the spats right behind the rear wheel. So they add ground effects, and the front didn't really have anything to lower it down to make it kind of match the height of the middle and the rear. So that's why I wanted to do that. I guess we can go ahead and get this off of here. Crisp intercooler. I've had that piece of cardboard on there ever since I got it new, so all the fins are perfect. So that's great. This little bracket here is something that I made it a long while back when I had the car all together, when I had the front bumper on. This is setting the bumper at the proper height, and then these little extra holes right here are for the push pins that are right here on the bumper. So there's 5 across the front, and then this little piece right here clips into this piece on the fender right there, and then these 2 holes are used to hold it on the outside right here. One right there, one right there, and it is the same thing on the other side. So these 2, then that thing has a little clip. So that's what it's looking like. We're gonna go ahead and try to mock this thing up, throw you guys on a time lapse so you can check it out. So it's nighttime here. I got the bumper on earlier. I just secured it with 4 push pins across the top here. I left the middle one out because the wooden dowel is kind of like hanging up underneath of it, so it won't let the push pin actually like go all the way in. But it should be fine with just the 4 across there. Now I just have to secure it on the sides here. So the hardware I'm going to be using is just some standard hardware. So this is it right here. Basically just a regular bolt and then a lock nut, a couple washers to make sure we don't tear up any plastic. And yeah, this passenger side shouldn't be too bad because I have a really big access here with the piping. So I should be able to just go right through there and bolt it right on through. That shouldn't be too hard, but the driver's side is going to be a little bit harder because I'm going to have to probably reach around the front tire. So I'll catch up with you guys when we get the passenger side secure, and then we'll come back to the driver's side, and then I have a couple more pieces here to get on, like the grill and the 2 headlight surrounds. So that will finish out the front end assembly. Let's go. All right, so I got the bumper all secured on both sides. So under here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's one bolt there and one bolt up a little bit further. Also on the other side, can't really see it, but this is how it's looking, and it feels really sturdy. So let's take a look at how sturdy it is. So the one issue with the Forester SG bumpers, specifically the 04 to 05, is that the front kind of like sags around these corners of the surrounds. So I kind of have an idea of what I need to do to try to mitigate that problem, because I don't want the front end to kind of look like it's sagging. So I definitely want to do something to fix it, but I haven't decided what yet. I'm thinking about, not sure if you can see, but down in there, part of the end of the fog light, thinking about popping a hole in that with a drill bit, and then basically wire tying it up to that piece of the frame there. So then that way I'll have something to kind of hold it upwards like this. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the surrounds on there, see how it looks, see if that's necessary, and then we'll go from there. So I'll throw you guys up on a time lapse, and sorry if it's a little dark, but it's nighttime now and it's a little dark in the shop. So I'll get these surrounds on here, get the grill kind of sitting in there, and we'll catch up with you guys after that. A few minutes later, I got this headlight surround on. I was working on the sagging issue I was talking about, so as you can see, it actually looks pretty dang good. So I'm really happy with how it looks. The way I was able to fix it was I basically put some wire ties on the back here, so hopefully you guys can see this, but right down in there I basically wire tied the bumper up to the frame. So that's how I did that on that side, so I'm happy with how that looks. Now under here, as I was showing you earlier, I was able to rig up some wire ties down in there to kind of hold the bumper up, just like you see on the other side. So now this bumper is really rigid. It doesn't really want to be held up anymore. So go ahead and get this headlight surround on, then we'll be able to fool with the grill. So stay tuned. All right, so it is the next day, and I got the whole headlight surrounds, got the grill on. The grill's not quite complete, but it's just sitting on there. So I want to show you guys this. It looks so sick, so let's check it out. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. I think it turned out really, really well. All right, that's gonna conclude the video for today. Super happy with how the front end looks. If you guys like the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we're gonna be back soon to show you guys the new exhaust and a couple things I finished up with the engine bay. But until then, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.